What am I going to do? So, it was a much quieter poem. My younger sister, who I adore, and who's one of the best critics of my poetry, because she just doesn't care, she told me once, she's like, just say what you're trying to say, Bill. And so she said, the story is there. Just say what you're trying to say. So this is for her. Oji-chama is what I call my Japanese grandfather. In 1945, his Tokyo home was burned to the ground. Grampy is what I call my American grandfather. In 1945, he was serving on the USS Shangri-La, sending off American jet fighters to burn down Japanese homes. Our jaws have not yet healed. 1906, Poland. Grampy's father is hiding in an oven. He's heard men singing down on the street below. Hyenas, my family calls them. After drink and song, the townspeople come into the Jewish ghetto for a celebration beating. Molar fireworks and eyelid explosions. Even when Grampy's father grows up, the sound of sudden song breaks his body into a sweat. Fear of joy is the darkest of captivities. 1975, Tokyo. My father, the long-haired student with a penchant for bad sexual innuendo, meets Reiko Hori, a well-dressed banker who forgets the choruses to her favorite songs. 12 years later, they give birth to a lanky light bulb. 1999, my mother speaks to me in Japanese. Most days, I don't have the strength to ask her to translate. We burned that house down, Mother. Don't you remember? My history has left like a greyhound let off the leash. Lately, I've been leaving food outside my door, hoping she will return. 1771, Prague. In the heart of the city, there's a Jewish cemetery, the only plot of land where Grampy's ancestors were allowed to be buried. When they ran out of room, they had no choice but to stack dead bodies one on top of each other. Now there are hills, from graves 12 deep, individual tombstones jutting out crooked, like valiant teeth in a jaw left to rot. 1985, my parents' wedding. The two families sit together, smiling wider than they need to. Montague must be so happy we can Capulet this all go. 1998. In the quiet of his Tokyo study, Oji-chama scribbles notes to his old four-poster bed on the back of Betty Page postcards. Haven't seemed to get a full night's sleep since you've been gone. Wish you were here. 2003. I sit with Grampy's cousin, 91 and in full uniform. I plead with him to unclench. He says, hate is a strong word, but it is the only strength that I have left. How am I to forgive the men that severed the trunk of my family tree and used its timber in the fireplaces of their own homes? 2010. Grampy and I sit together watching his favorite, baseball. In the infertile glow of the television, I see him crying. Grampy sits in his wheelchair, his teeth gasping out of his gums like valiant tombstones in a cemetery left to rot. The teeth sit, and squinting my eyes, I read them. Louis Bergman, killed at Auschwitz. Sarah Lees, killed at Dachau. William Kaye, killed off the coast of Okinawa. I will not forget what happened to our family, Grampy. He looks at me with the innocent surprise of a child struck for the first time. Forgetting is the only wish I want to give you. I have given away my only son, trying to bury a hate I can no longer burden. There are nights I am kept awake by the birthday songs of children I never let live. A plague on both your houses. They have made worm's meat of me. Thank you.